Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. It was all just black a second ago. It was kind of like we faded in or something. Hey, Nash, did we just fade in? Yeah, we just faded in. Because while I have previously been making my videos completely on my phone with a screen recorder and the very basic editing app that comes with the phone, I wanted to be able to do more. And plus, if I couldn't get my videos in one take and I had to do any editing at all, and then it would have to resave a new video, I would always end up losing quality. So now I have some software on my computer and I am actually doing some real editing so we can be super professional. Anyways, so I wanted to give you yet another tip on how to make platinum, but something that you may not have thought of. If you want to see my video on all the ways you can make platinum, I'll link it below. But I wanted to talk about something that comes around every now and then, and it's something you can really take advantage of to make some platinum, and that is whenever new gems are added to the game. So just on the recent update a few weeks ago, we got Heartstone and Volatility Shard, Curse Sling, Hellfire Fragment, and Concentrated Will. And whenever there are new gems coming to the game, you can use it to your advantage to make a pretty good amount of platinum. So what you need to do is pay attention whenever there are updates coming and, see what's going to be added to the game. And if there's new gems coming, you want to start saving up your crests, because when gems are brand new, you can actually sell them for quite a bit compared to other gems of the same quality, because they're brand new and a lot of people want to try them out. And of course, if there's some like 1-star and maybe some of the 2-star gems, even some of the 5s, that if the ability is just not that appealing, it won't apply there. But even on some of those ones, I noticed the prices were really high, and it's, a lot of people just want to try out new gems and see if it works for their build. And especially if there's whales who can afford to just buy whatever, then you can make money even on the weaker of the new gems. So what you want to do is save your crests when your rare crests and legendary crests for when new gems are coming out. So your rare crests, your legendary crests, and your eternal legendary crests if you can get them. So what you want to do when new gems become available is run your Elder Rifts with crests, but first on the top left here, you can change the drop rates. Instead of just the normal standard drop rates, they will have a special drop rates choice whenever they add new gems. This time and last time it was for 3 weeks after the new gem comes out. You can choose the special drop rate and it gives you a higher chance on getting the new 5-star gems. Last time it was just a higher chance to get Frozen Heart. This time it's a higher chance to get the two new 5-star gems. So you want to make sure you run special drop rates and use your crests, and that's going to allow you to have a better chance at getting these new gems. And even if you don't have eternal legendary crests, which are going to get you gems that you can actually sell on the market, you can still use your rare and your legendary crests and get gems for yourself and have that higher chance of getting one of the new gems. Now, obviously, you want to look at the gems and see if those are the ones that have the higher rate, if it's even something you want. But for the most part, there's the new gems, if what they've been doing is giving you a higher chance on the 5-star of the new gems, so that's never a bad thing. So it's worth trying to get those for yourself, even if you can't sell them with an eternal legendary crest, which would be the only way you can get sellable gems. So you want to use the special drop rates, get yourself some new gems, ideally some sellable ones, because when new gems first come out, you can sell them for a lot more than other gems of the same quality, just because they're new and exciting, and sometimes they're actually pretty good and people want to add them to their builds. So eventually, the prices will settle down. This has been 2 weeks now, and for the most part, they're kind of at what they should be compared to other gems of the same quality. Although Hellfire Fragment for a 3-star, 58,000, so that one's still selling at a pretty nice price. The other ones have come down. What was, I think one of the 2 stars is still, like 3,600 there, where 3,200 is more of an average price for a 2-star. So prices will be higher when gems are new and when they've first gotten added to the game, the first few weeks after they get added, but the prices will eventually come down. But there is still a little over a week left on the special drop rates, and the prices are still a little bit higher. So get in there and try to get some of these new gems, especially if you have an Eternal Legendary Crest or can get one and can sell them. Now, I was going to explain the many ways that you can get crests for free, but that would just make this video way too long, so I'm going to do that in a separate video. So subscribe if you haven't, hit that bell if you haven't, and see that video when I post it soon. So here we can see my 10 legendaries that I got from the 10 legendary Crest Run. As usual, lots of 1-stars. Heartstone, that's one of the new ones. And Hellfire Fragment, one of the new 5-star gems. And, of course, you're usually just going to get a 2-star quality if you get a 5-star, but that's still nice to get the 5-star, and I am pretty excited to use that gem. It looks pretty good. On an earlier run, I was lucky enough to get a sellable one of the new gems. It was only one of the 2-stars, but I was actually able to sell it for 5,600, which is pretty sweet for a 2-star. Minus 15% transaction fee. So, save all your crests when there are new gems coming to the game. And as free-to-play and casual, save them in general, I'd say. If you agree with me that rare crests are kind of worthless at this point, then, that's a reason to save them, and hopefully they'll become more valuable in the future. They have been budging on certain topics, so maybe they'll make it worth something more in the future. But if someone else is throwing in rare crests, I do throw in to match them so that you can all benefit from the extra fading embers. If they're going to use some, then I'm willing to as well. And then with legendary crests, I always like to save them up until I have 10, because you can, instead of just 3 rare crests, once you add 3 legendary crests, it gives you the option to add up to 7 more. So you may see people in world chat saying they are looking for people for a 10 leg run or a 10x run. It means they want other people who have 10 legendary crests because they're going to use 10, and that way you can all get a ton of extra fading embers together. So I save up my legendary crests until I have 10 in general, but when there are new gems coming to the game, save up all your crests and then run rifts with the new special drop rates and give yourself a chance to get some of those new gems for yourself. And if you are able to get eternal legendary crests, then a chance to sell some of those new ones at a really nice price. So if you enjoyed that, if you appreciate it, if you learned something, go ahead and use your primary attack on that like button right down there. And if you want to see more Diablo Immortal content, mainly focusing on ways to get the most out of the game, but also tips and guides and Crusader specific stuff like builds subscribe and hit that bell. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.